Hello, my name is Mindy Blair, and I'm a Doctorate of Nursing Practice student at Eastern Kentucky University. Today, I'll be presenting a business case on the implementation of a nurse residency program and invite you to follow along on the poster provided as I walk through the steps of the business plan. To summarize the importance of a nurse residency program, there is a growing body of evidence that suggests that nurse residency programs assist acute care facilities in the development and retention of new graduate registered nurses, particularly within the first year of hire. This business case was designed for Baptist Health Richmond, and the mission of Baptist Health Richmond is to demonstrate the love of Christ by providing and coordinating care and improving the health of the communities it serves. The vision for the hospital is to lead the transformation to a healthier community. And finally, the strategic goals for this facility are focused in the areas of safety, quality, patient experience, people and culture, and finance. The implementation of a nurse residency program would be a new venture for Baptist Health Richmond, and this proposal aims to demonstrate the return on investment and benefits gained and realized post-implementation of a nurse residency program. The business description and description of the problem include nurse turnover, which is costly to the organization and is staggering for the organization to recover from. It's estimated that new graduate registered nurses leave a position within an acute care setting within the first year of hire at rates between 35 and 61%. There are many reasons cited in the literature of why a nurse graduate chooses to leave their position in the first year, including high acuity, moral distress, physical and emotional stress, and feelings of inadequacy in preparing and caring for complex patients. The average cost to hire and train a new graduate registered nurse is approximately $60,000 to $90,000. And also, a hospital will spend approximately 125% of a nurse's salary to replace one nurse who has left the organization. The current turnover rate for Baptist Richmond for new graduate registered nurses is 50%. The loss of 10 graduate nurses out of 20 hired in this past year has resulted in a financial loss estimated at between $600,000 and $900,000. A new graduate nurse making $24.05 per hour who works 36 hours per week has an annual salary of just over $45,000. For each nurse graduate who leaves the organization, the cost to replace that position is well over $56,000. The evidence suggests that the need to support a smooth transition for new graduates is critical. Nurse residency programs have been adopted by hospitals to assist in easing the transition and reducing turnover while increasing satisfaction. Based on the evidence, nurse residency programs, once implemented, can render up to outcomes of one-year retention rates of 90% or greater, and no study has reported a negative return on investment. The next step to the business plan is the SWOT analysis, where an internal and external environmental assessment was done for the readiness of this business plan and feasibility of this business plan to be executed in this facility. The strengths of Baptist Health Richmond, which is a 105-bed hospital in a rural community setting, is among a strong administrative team, a strong education department to support a nurse residency program, strong management, and a firm belief in nursing practice as critical for patient care, for quality patient care. The weakness and internal for this facility is a lack of good handoff communication, a lack of bachelor's prepared nurses, and also the organization is a part of a larger system, which sometimes can break down and cause silos with communication. External environment, the opportunities exist in that Eastern Kentucky University is directly across the street from Baptist Health Richmond, which fosters partnerships and networking to be able to develop a robust program. And also, it's the only hospital located in Richmond, Kentucky. The threats include the same as for the weaknesses. The threats are that it is larger part of the system, and the system sometimes can have recruitment power among other facilities in the system. Also, there are 3 tertiary care facilities in Lexington, only 20 minutes away, which also has strong recruitment potential. Financial planning is important as a next step in the business plan. And when looking at the cost to implement a nurse residency program, there are only direct and indirect costs that have been assessed as upstart cost and maintenance cost for putting a one-year program together, to include salaries of the graduate nurses and salaries of those folks that are putting the program together, including supplies and food. All of that are projected to render a cost annually, a total cost of just a little over $18,000. As you can see, a huge return on investment when compared to the turnover rate and turnover cost for one graduate nurse. The next step to the business plan is to set a timeline. The timeline set for this implementation is to begin in December with an evaluation and putting the program together, while at the same time designing and considering the designing phase, and also ordering the food and setting up the space and the curriculum, with a start date of April 2018. The evaluation will occur in the area of monitoring focus groups while talking to new graduate nurses to determine satisfaction of the program, their level of confidence and level of competence, skill validation, also to do the Casey Fink retention survey tool to evaluate self-efficacy, self-perceptions, and self-competence. That ends my presentation. I appreciate your attention. Nurse residency programs are critical to reduce turnover rates and increase retention and satisfaction of new graduate nurses to support goals for the organization, while at the same time rendering financial outcomes that are positive. My references are included, and I thank you for your time.